Hey everyone, and hey YouTube, Chloe here, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. So, I wanted to make a response video to unpack a few things and to speak on comedian and talk show anchor slash co host of The Real, Loni Love, in her very specific targeted comments on black men and cheating and disloyalty. So, jumping right in for clarification purposes, cheating and disloyalty is a worldwide phenomenon, and cheating and disloyalty are raceless and colorless and are traits that are based on your character. And cheating happens for a variety of reasons. And like I've mentioned in previous videos, cheating is done by both men and women. And cheating cannot and should not ever be assigned to only one race or one group of men. That is what I call irrational thinking and having an irrational mindset. Men of all shades, colors, flavors, ages, personalities, complexions, cultures, rich, middle class, broke, and dusty are capable of cheating. So when Lonely Love spoke on black men not knowing how to be faithful or black men being naturally disloyal, she sounded like a woman who lacks insight and self reflection, and she sounded like a woman who was speaking from a very hurt and broken place. And this kind of black men only, and white men only, and African men only, and Hispanic men only, and Asian men only, and this try this race of man over another mindset, or this black men are a disgrace narrative is so played out and needs to be chucked out of the nearest window. Ladies and lurkers who are listening, it is not thoughtful or helpful to demonize or to use a stereotype or to use a broad paintbrush for your own personal unhealed pain. And it is quite irresponsible to use a nationwide platform to holistically bash and drag or to push a misinformed and damaging narrative that can be applied to any man. The truth is, ladies, we cannot demonize an entire race of men based on the personal experiences that left a nasty taste in our mouths. As black women, we certainly don't want people lumping us all together in the same boat or to use the same tired, cliched stereotypes that are often associated with black women, like being struggle baby mothers and being broke and being perpetually single and being loud and being overweight and having a nasty attitude and being ignorant and, more importantly, being more manly than men. So we need to be cognizant of how we speak, and we need to be cognizant of using harmful generalizations because of our own personal experiences. Now, some feathers will be ruffled by what I'm about to say, but sometimes when a person is in an interracial relationship, there is an across the board distortion, a distorted mindset, or a warped perspective from both black men and black women due to their own low opinion of their own race and culture. And there's an overselling or a hyper idealization or a romanticism that is often applied when a person dates or marries interracially. But let's not fall into the trap of false advertising when it comes to having a distorted savior's complex on interracial dating and marriage. Yes, some black men are broken, some black men are broke and lost and disloyal, and some black men can be dusty, but so can some white ones. And this kind of distorted and biased thinking is usually rooted in low self esteem and having a low opinion of who your own people actually are. When the truth is, there are bad apples in the bunch in all races and all cultures, and they email me every day. Because after the smoke and mirrors and the dust settles in interracial relationships, you still have to deal with the person and their character and their personality and their level of integrity. There's also this hyper revenge mindset that some black women have when it comes to interracial dating and the overselling of interracial dating as a solution. Black women, getting a Brad over a Daquan is not always the rescue fix that you think it is. Once again, it's very distorted to use your low opinion of black men or black women to prove that swirling is the ultimate answer to relationship problems. The truth is, There's white people in prison. There's white people with AIDS and HIV. There's white people who are dysfunctional. There are white men who are looking for a meal ticket. And white men and all other races of men and cultures of men are no measuring stick for masculinity. Masculinity lives in the individual, and some feathers are going to be ruffled by what I have to say on this, but white men are not the rescue dogs or the substitute or surrogate husbands for dirty dog and black men that some black women think they are. The white man's ice is not colder. White men can be poor and impoverished and can also be insecure and incompetent and broke. And white men can romantically destroy and damage your life just as much as any black men can. White men don't come on a magic rescue horse, and they don't come with a cape or an S on their chest. And we have to let go of this fantasy idea that white men are going to step in and step up and do the job that a black man refuses to do. And if anyone is going to come to the rescue of black women are going to have to rescue themselves by committing to their full feminine potential and by becoming high value women and by healing and cleaning up their self worth and their inner self garbage, which is why you need to subscribe to this channel. White men can be just as lazy and just as opportunistic, and they can be liars and cheaters and on the hunt for a sugar mama and looking for a place to stay, and they can be drug users and abusers and low class and grimy and narcissistic, and they can be scam artists and con men as well. So moving forward, I think there needs to be a serious conversation and a serious unpacking when it comes to the pedestalizing of other races of people and turning white men into Prince Charming without them having to earn it. The truth is, white men doesn't equal rescue or savior, and black men doesn't equal low down dirty dog. And moving forward, a woman's mindset, especially a hypergamous and a feminine woman, should always be about the nuts and bolts of vetting men, no matter the race or culture across the board. And women should always focus on men who have a provider mindset, whether he's black or white or in between. And men who know how to flatter and impress you should be your focus, whether they are black or white. And men who know how to court women, whether they are black or white or in between. And men who aren't afraid of having a job or having their own careers or being a successful entrepreneur or having a great career with benefits. And having the skill to spot these kinds of high value men is way more important than trying to oversell this idea that white equals to the rescue. So that's all I have to say on this for now. All men do not cheat, but many men do. And I need to remind some women that for every man that cheats, there's a woman who is willing to cheat with him. So always be mindful that cheating is also a two-way street and that it will always take two to tango because cheating is a part of life. So stay tuned for more ruffled feathers to come, and I will catch up with you guys in the next one.